My name is John Munhall. I'm the Director of Product Management for Giant US. It's a pretty high responsibility in terms of making sure that our bicycle products have all the right ingredients for the US customer. And that comes down to the parts that are on it, the color and graphics, the price point levels, and also our aftermarket gear, so everything from apparel to components. It's a very similar process to make sure that we're really delivering to the customer the best product possible. I grew up as an enthusiast. I spent my entire childhood on a bicycle, and then eventually that turned into sort of an athletic career. I was a competitor on the BMX track, and then eventually for mountain bike and road, and I grew up working in bicycle shops by the time I was of age. But then went on to undergrad and graduate school, and I was still racing my bicycle. I never connected the dots between my passion and my livelihood. And then I had a friend of mine who was in the industry, and I was off working for a different company, and they convinced me to come and work in the bike industry and try it out. Immediately I was hooked, and it was kind of an aha moment. And my interest in how something is made really started at an early age. My very first bicycle that I got, my very first new bicycle that my father purchased for me, I'll never forget it. I think on the second day I took it apart. He came home from work, and I had the tools out, the tools that I wasn't supposed to touch, and I was already taking this thing apart, and I didn't think of anything of it then. It wasn't really a thing. It was just me trying to figure out how this thing was put together. Early on, when we were taking sort of these vocational classes in middle school and high school, metal and wood class and all that, I liked working, hands-on with things. But those vocational classes were really just more of requirements than they didn't really prepare me for any jobs that I would have. And honestly, if I would have had something like Project Bike Tech, it would have immediately set me up to be able to now go out to any of the bicycle stores in town and walk in there with a skill set and not have to spend a lot of time in orientation, them teaching me, and my pay scale would have probably been higher straight through the door, as opposed to really having to take that time for the retailer to have to invest in me. And I think I would have been much further along in the understanding of the mechanics of bicycles. As all things, you learn by doing, and that's one of the great things I think is with a program like Project Bike Tech is there's a lot of doing. You can see with kids that immediately they have a purpose, they have a skill that is very valuable to them, and it's valuable to the world. And the great thing about bicycle mechanics is it just gives you an awesome foundation. It gives you a foundation for, okay, now I understand what the inner workings of a bike is, but at the same time, then it takes you to the usage, and from there, it's truly the foundation of bicycles, because once you know how they work, and you ride a bike, and you interact with customers, from there, it can span to any part of the bike industry.